Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for September 9th, 2025. We've got a Prosperity Kingdom today. And the only trashing is Forge and Mint, both of which obviously we're not opening with. We've got draw from Rabble and Vault, plus actions from King's Court. King's Court's also functionally draw. Specifically, King's Court on Peddler is straightforwardly actions, but also, of course, you can like King's Court, or Rabble or something. And what we don't have, though, problematically, is plus buy. So we've got Mint can gain treasures, War Chest can gain stuff. If you put a quarry into play, War Chest can gain a King's Court, so like that is pretty good. But yeah, there's a limit to how big we can build here. I mean, Forge can be gains. I'm trying to think if there's like anything interesting we can do with the combination of like War Chest, Horde, Mint, Forge. Those are all cards that can do something gainy, but if you're trying to get to Colony, how do you use those things to do it? Like if you're using a Horde to gain a gold, then you need a 5 cost. You could mint a War Chest. So I guess, yeah, okay, that's at least a way to double Colony, is you buy 1 colony, you mint a War Chest, you gain a Horde with, or gold with Horde from the previous colony you purchased, and then you forge gold War Chest into Colony. And that sustains itself, so that's something. Alright, well, start off with here. I don't think there's any reason we wouldn't be taking a silver. The question is, do we want Quarry or do we want Clerk? Obviously, the Clerk attack is painful. Quarry is going to be better at letting us afford things. What would we specifically be wanting to afford? Is, I guess, a question. Like Forge is, it is possible to hit Forge if we open Quarry. I guess it's possible to hit Forge if we open Clerk, if we see Clerk, silver, copper, but Clerk is better for getting to mint, because if we get the Quarry and that helps us hit mint, we'd have to trash it, and we don't presumably want to. This does seem like it's going to be awkward to get off the ground. The other thing that Clerk does better is get to War Chest. War Chest to gain a mint would be interesting. I mean, then you'd have to trash the War Chest, but I think I'm gonna go with the Clerk. I think we will. Oh. It's like we could hit 7. Okay. I guess we're gonna buy a Forge. Yeah, we'll top deck an estate, because for one thing, we have another estate down there. We're not likely to see our Forge, but if we do... Although, well, maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Whatever. We want another silver. I mean, kind of not. But I guess it's a decent forge target, so... Alright, I'll go ahead and take the quarry here. It's convenient. So we have forge, 2 estates down there, and a copper. Wait, it should be 2 coppers. Did I say 2 estates? 1 estate. Forge, estate, and 2 coppers. We could top deck a silver and forge into a 5. Hmm. Alternatively, we top deck copper and forge into nothing in particular. So that's gotta be better. We definitely want at least 1 war chest. I'm not sure what we're gonna get with the forge. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I guess we should probably top deck copper. I'm gonna take a second war chest. I mean, if we do the quarry war chest thing, they're presumably gonna name King's Court, so like it's only gonna help so much. We take a draw card, a terminal draw card. Yeah, this is awkward. The double mint thing means its deck is super lean and it's just gonna clerk us every turn. Ugh. I think... I mean, the bot still has 3 estates. Rabble could be pretty nasty. I think we'll take it. God. We could do Quarry Silver to King's Court. That's got to be correct, right? We do want to play this Rabble, I think. Like, yes, we might draw the Clerk dead, but otherwise... No, we didn't even. Rabble. Okay. I forgot to consider War Chest for Mint. Shoot. That might have been a good idea. We take a Vault. We're gonna replace the Quarry. Yeah, I think Vault is fine. We're gonna need to get another King's Court, but then, you know, it'll be draw. Alright, well, we don't need this estate. That much seems clear. Do we... Do we want to see the War Chest right now? Probably not. I don't know that I want to buy anything here. I mean, another Quarry could be okay, but... Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and King's Court the Vault. Huh. The mint thing, it's like, okay, we could do that. Is the bot gonna name mint? Probably not. But if we put the quarry into play, then we can get a king's quarry. I think I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually just thinking we go peddler here and then take a king's court. Okay, okay. Here we go. We still have 2 estates left. We have Forge turn 3, and we still have 2 estates left. Oh my god. I really want to play this quarry. I want to trash these coppers. We could just trash 4 coppers to a copper. That'd probably be okay. Because I don't really want to trash the war chest either. Yeah, let's just do that. All right, and we'll go. We're gonna want. We might actually. So we're probably gonna want to forge into mint at this point. I don't think we can pass up the opportunity to buy another King's Court, but I'm thinking about like what I was talking about earlier with the Horde thing and all that. Damn it. All right, I think we're just taking 2 more peddlers. I'd like to King's Court the Rabble just to get the attack off since they haven't gotten a forge. Okay, so what can we do here? Yeah, see, we don't. Well, we could forge the quarry, but that does. Yeah, we needed to still have like a silver in the deck. Another thing we could do at some point that would be funny is King's Court Forge and forge 3 peddlers into provinces, but that's not what I want to be doing right now. Does it make any sense to get like a second quarry? We could just forge the vault into a mint. We don't get to forge the estates. How do we forge the estates? Forge Vault to mint, draw it. Mint War Chest, draw it. Like, that part seems good. Crash the last couple coppers. But then, like, going forward... We could... I guess what we could do is mint... Like, next turn we could mint Quarry and then forge Quarry Estate into Horde. That would get rid of one of the estates. Well... Do we want to King's Court the mint? The other thing we could do is buy a platinum and then forge estate platinum to colony next turn and the turn after. I don't think it makes sense to King's Court the mint, because we're not going to be able to draw all that stuff with Peddler anyway. Minting the Quarry doesn't really do anything, so I think we just mint the War Chest. King's Court the Peddler, even though that doesn't do anything. What? Okay. Thanks. We don't need a million King's Courts, but having more of them definitely gives us some extra insurance. Wow. Not enough extra insurance, apparently. Frick. I mean, are we gonna play this Peddler? It lets us get another Peddler, so I guess so. Means it doesn't really matter what we top deck. Let's go ahead and attack with the Rabble. Oh, we drew up the Platinum. Okay. So we'll take another King's Court. We do only have the one terminal draw card. Like, having more of those to line up with King's Courts is a way to kick off. It's not just Peddlers that work. We have 5 King's Courts. That should really be enough in general. The Horde thing... is a thing. I guess with 2 war chests, maybe we don't need the Horde. We can just gain cards to forge with the war chests. That's a possibility. Like, we could gain estate with war chest. And bot's not going to name estate. And then we can mint platinum and forge estate platinum. Yeah, maybe we just do that. Okay, so forget the horde thing. The only question is just like, what's the best card for us to add? I mean, it could just be Peddler because there's only one Peddler left, and then we can easily add like Rabble or Vault with War Chest. The bot can't block them both. Yeah, I can get behind that reasoning. I guess we're King's Courting the first Peddler since we know we're not going to see... I don't think there's any reason for us to forge before we shuffle here. Man. Okay, we do in fact draw a deck. That's nice. Alright, so we want to mint platinum, King's Court the Peddler, forge platinum estate. Wait, why does it even give me the option? Okay. Named Duchy? Okay. There's no reason to gain estate now. So I guess we'll take another King's Court. And then this will take a Rabble or a Vault. Doing bot. Take a Rabble. Do we just go ahead and buy Colony? Or do we want to try to be more reliable than that? I mean, the bot hasn't been, like, doing anything, you know? Doesn't have any King's Courts. So in a way, it feels like it doesn't matter either way, but... I'll say... one more Rabble, I guess. King's Court, Peddler. Rabble. King's Court, Peddler. Rabble. So we could King's Court the mint. I don't really think we want to, though. We could King's Court the Forge. I suppose like the Megaturn way to play this board would be to have a bunch of forges and like, you know, we do like King's Court the Forge, trash 3 peddlers into province, then King's Court a peddler or a rabble or whatever, draw that up, have another forge, and then King's Court those 3 provinces and the 3 more provinces. But we don't have another forge. We could get another forge if we wanted to, I guess. So, like, we could play a King's Court, forge, King's Court to forge, and then 2 peddlers to provinces, and then draw, and then forge into like 2 more provinces, and then forge platinum estate to colony or something like that. There's no real urgency to this. We're not going to be able to empty the stuff now. So I think I'm not gonna, like, I guess there's also the possibility that somehow we can pile forge into forge, and then like King's Court to King's Court, King's Court to King's Court, draw that all up with a peddler, and then forge. So we would have played all three, used all three of the King's Courts, and then we would draw and have two more King's Courts and a forge, and then we would forge. No, there's no way that piles. We don't have enough gains of the fives. All right, I'm gonna overthink this too much. Just do that. Mint that, forge that. King's Court our rabble, just in case we can manage to get them to top deck all three estates. Looks like not. Whatever. All right. Wait, we get to see that they top decked an estate? Why would we get to see that? That's weird. All right, so now, like, we could gain another forge to try to accelerate this process. It does make us more likely to dud. I think I'll take a King's Court first. They're not likely to name forge anyway. Now, if we take another colony... Actually, we don't even need another colony. I was going to say, we take another colony, we can forge... You can be like, King's Court, forge 3 colonies, then draw, then King's Court, forge 3 colonies. We actually don't need another colony for that. So does that mean we take another rabble? I guess so. No! Alright, whatever. We passed the turn. It's not like the bot's gonna do anything. We could forge something, but I don't even see what the point would be. I guess like forging rabble to war chest would enable us to have more pile reach, but we're not trying to empty piles anyway, so whatever. Could have played the war chest, but that didn't seem important either. I don't know. Oh. Maybe I should have anticipated that. Need that. Oh, wait. I said we didn't need another colony, but I forgot about the part where... Yeah. That was stupid. Do we have... We do have the ability to gain a colony without needing to have a colony, though. So, I totally should have gotten that other colony. That was silly, but... So we have to do, like, forge, colony, colony to colony. And then King's Court Quarry, I think, is the only way we can make 11, even including these two cards. If we hadn't played our Clerk at the beginning of the turn, that would have been... I mean, it wouldn't have helped with having to forge a King's Court, but... And then we play the King's Court again. We play the Peddler and the... Oh, no, never mind. That was just under King's Court, right? Okay. And we forge colony to colony, colony to colony, colony to colony. Okay. Yeah, so that took a while. Difficult to get going, but I wouldn't be surprised if you could do this faster. Like this wasn't really what I was thinking about at the beginning. Like King's Court Forge is normally like so. Like it's normally asking a lot, right? And normally you're going to get to the point of being able to do something better faster. In this particular case, we had so much draw and so few other gains that this was actually the most efficient thing. And I think if I'd been looking toward it at the beginning, probably would have been able to get there faster, just by like focusing on how to optimize for that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a struggle to get there, but in the end, like the King's Court Forge thing was pretty cool. And then as for the bot, didn't get a quarry. What was its opening? The bot loves Clerk, so I'm sure it was Clerk Silver. Yeah, I mean, I got a Clerk too, but the fact that I happened to hit Forge on turn 3 is pretty silly, I will say. Like, that's not at all likely. And then they get a second Clerk, which, yeah, this is where I'm like, okay, this should definitely be a quarry. But whatever, I guess. And they get the Mint, trashing their Silver, so now they have 3 terminals in their deck. Granted, the Clerks can't really collide, so that doesn't matter yet, but it's the potential to matter if they try to add any draw at some point. And then they get another Mint, which I don't know. That's weird. And like, it doesn't feel like they were trying to ever get to Forge. And they did eventually get a King's Court. But mostly just buying like Peddlers here. Which, I mean, they are nice, but you're not getting to like King's Court or Forge. What are you really doing? Now I get a quarry on turn 16. Oh no. And they finally get a King's Court and then the game ends. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the bot's priorities were just misplaced. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.